Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and you are watching TTV News, some latest events in the province. And now coming to details. Ladies and gentlemen, in the morning of August 19 in Hanoi, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính attended and chaired a conference to summarize the 2023-2024 school year and deploy the tasks of the 2024-2025 school year, organized by the Ministry of Education and Training. The conference was connected online to 63 provinces and cities. At the TayNinhTV report, attending the conference, there was Comrade Nguyễn Hồng Thanh, standing vice chairman of the Bronze People Committee.
In the school year 2023-2024, with the theme Unity, Discipline, Creativity, continue to innovate in depth, improve the qualities of education and training. The education sector has overcome difficulties, basically complete the key tasks and solutions set out. During the school year, 63 out of 63 provinces and cities maintain and meet the universal standard of average school education for 5 years old children. Up to now, 100% of kindergarten and kindergarten children have been studied 2 times per day. The rate of primary school students attending school at the rate A is 99.7%. There are 63 out of 63 provinces and cities in the country that maintain general education standard, while implement the work of changing textbook for grade 4, grade 8, and grade 11. Speaking at the conference, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính recognized and highly appreciated the participation of the whole political system and the consensus and support of the people nationwide, especially the effort of the whole education sector in the implementation of Resolution 29 of the 11-party Central Committee on Fundamental and Comprehensive Innovation in Education and Training, achieving many important results contributing to overall achievement of the country. At the same time, the Prime Minister requested that in the school year 2024 to 2025 and the coming time, the education sector and ministry branches and locality carefully prepare the condition for the new school year, well organize the upcoming open ceremony, continue to review, amend, and timely supplement institution, mechanism, and policies on educational innovation training, improve the effectiveness of state management of education. Prime Minister believes that the education sector overcome all difficulties, overcome all challenges, persist in the goal of fundamental and comprehensive innovation in education and training, meeting the expectation of the party, state, and the people.
Ladies and gentlemen, the People Committee of the TayNinhTV province has just promulgated a project to develop labor relations in the province until 2025.
The project has a specific goal by 2025 to strive for 100% of enterprises that employ 25 or more employees and meet the conditions according to regulations to have grassroots trade unions according to the system of the Vietnam General Confederation of Labor, striving for 100% of state-owned enterprises, at least 75% of non-state enterprises that have established grassroots trade unions to build and promulgate democratic regulations at the grassroots in the workplace. 100% of state-owned enterprises, 85% of non-state enterprises have established grassroots trade unions to organize periodic dialogues at least once a year and organize annual employee conference according to regulations. At least 85% of non-state enterprises have qualified trade unions according to provisions of the law on negotiation and signing of collective labor agreements. Strive for 100% of collective labor agreement to have more beneficial things for employees than regulations. 100% of representative organizations of employees after establishment and operation are strictly managed, ensuring compliance with the provisions of law. Over 80% of individual labor disputes are reconciled.
In the morning of August 20, representatives of department and branches of the province attended an all conference organized by the Ministry of Finance, implementing regulation on land use fee, land rents, regulation on the land development fund, and general statistics of public access. The conference introduced the basic content of the 2024 Land Law, the Decree number 103 of 2024 of the government stipulating land use fees and land rents, Decree 104 of 2024 of the government stipulating the Land Development Fund, but the decree take effect from August 1st, 2024. Decree 103 and law regulation related to the calculation, collection, payment, assumption, and reduction of land use fees and land rent, handling of compensation, support and resettlement funds, and regulation related to land use levy debit. Decree 104 stipulates that the Land Development Fund is a state financial fund outside the budget, directly under the Bronze People Committee established by the Bronze People Committee, operating independently of the state budget, not for the purpose of profit, capital reservation and development. The Land Development Fund has the function of receiving and mobilizing capital, express right to perform the task of applying capital and receiving the return of advanced capitals, as referenced in Article 114 of the Land Law in 2024, this decree and related laws.
In the morning of August 20th, the survey delegation led by Mr. Nguyễn Việt Cường, Deputy Head of the Department of Culture Society, Provincial Abuse Council, had a survey on food safety and hygiene management in Hoa Thanh Thao. The delegation directly surveyed the observance of the provisions of the law on food hygiene and safety of a number of food production, processing and trading establishments and food services in the town. Through the survey, the delegation maps the state management of food hygiene and safety in the town in the period of 2022-2023. To serve the verification work of the Department of Culture Society at the meeting of the Provincial Abuse Council. Working with the survey delegation, leaders of the People's Committee of Hoa Thanh Thao said that in recent years, the Thao People's Committee has directed the Economic Department to coordinate with the plant protection and cultivation station to propagate and disseminate the assurance of food safety and hygiene to the management board of markets and production and business households in accordance with the state regulations. In animal husbandry, slaughter, transportation, veterinary hygiene inspection, animal quarantine are fully carried out in accordance with the process.
The audience in the morning of August 20, the inspection team of the Department of Culture, Sport and Tourism of the Ninh Province, led by Ms. Trần Thị Huy Hoàng, Deputy Director of the Department of Culture, Sport and Tourism of the province, inspected the implementation of the core approach conduct for tourism civilization at tourist accommodation establishment, food service business establishments in the city. Rule inspection it showed that the base establishment have implemented and propagated the implementation of the core of civilized conduct for tourism, answering facility to serve tourists to stay, eat, and play. However, there are still business establishments that have not implemented food safety and hygiene in preliminary processing and processing of raw materials and have not implemented the one-way kitchen process. After the inspection, the delegation had a meeting with the People Committee of the Ninh City on the current restriction and accommodation and tourism service establishment. The City People Committee has received commands. In the meantime, we'll continue to organize the review and improvement of service quality and accommodation establishment, food service business, tourism service in the area.
Receiving and working with the delegation, there was Mr. Vũ Xuân Trường, Secretary of the Party Committee, Director of the TayNinhTV television station. At the meeting, Mr. Vũ Xuân Trường informed about the station's operating apparatus, the implementation of the order mechanism, and some operating results in the past time. Leaders of radio and television stations exchanged information on the production of radio and television programs, professional work, and ordering mechanisms. Representatives of VLV in the Central region shared about how to implement products with the professional quality to participate in the press awards, especially the radio festival.
In the morning of August 19, Jamban Town Land Fund Development Center coordinated with the People Committee of Antangua to organize the implementation of the policy, not as the plan, acquisition and land acquisition plan, investigation, survey, and measure to implement the investment project of highway construction in Ho Chi Minh City mobile station in Antangua. Attending the event, there were Mr. Trần Minh Tâm, Vice Chairman of Tràng Bàng Town People Committee, Mr. Nguyễn Văn Thuận, Head of the Town People Mobilization Committee, and more than 200 people in the world. At the conference, the representatives of Tràng Bàng Town People Committee detailed compensation, resettlement support, land acquisition, investigation, survey, measure, and inspection to implement the project of highway construction in Ho Chi Minh City mobile to affected households in An Thanh War. Currently, the Ninh Transport Industry Construction Investment Project Management Board said that it has completed the determination of the center of design. The clearance boundary has been completed by this unit and handed over to localities. The national flag roads in nearly 4 kilometers, along with 350 flagpoles located on National Highway 22B section from the People Committee of Tân Lập Kham Muôn toward the relief area of the Central Bay of the Southern Department. The total cost of implementing the project is 120 million Vietnam dong, coordinated by sponsors inside and outside the province. The implementation of the national flag route has been carried out for many years in the province, and especially with the enthusiastic support of labor newspaper in the World Cup equipping the national flag for flag routes. The flag routes, when implemented, we also conducted a survey of border routes, area entering historical sites and cultural relates to educate tradition and history for the young generation. The project aims to celebrate the 79th anniversary of the successful August Revolution Day, August 19, 1945, August 19, 2024, and to welcome the Congress of the Vietnam Youth Union of Tây Ninh Province, term 2024-2029. Ladies and gentlemen, after the COVID-19 pandemic, entertainment and tourism activity have also begun to heat up again. In the province, the number of tourists visiting in 2023 reached more than 5 million people, mainly visitors at Bà Đen Mountain National Tourist Area, in which the number of tourists from Cambodia also increased quite high.
Tây Ninh province is one of the 10 provinces of Vietnam adjacent to the Kingdom of Cambodia, with a border of about 240 kilometers, bordering 3 provinces of this country with 3 international border gates and 10 auxiliary border gates. Therefore, the potential to attract tourists in the Cambodian market to Tây Ninh is always expanded and enhanced when Bà Đen Mountain is invested more, thereby offering many new products and services, attracting Cambodian tourists. The promotional event, The Magnificent Vietnam, on August 16 at Sân Bà Đen Mountain, with the participation of a delegation of representatives of several companies from Cambodia, led by Mr. An Sehar, Deputy Director of Northern Department of Tourism, is also an opportunity for Sân Group to promote the scale, majestic natural scenery, and spiritual architectural complex of the Roof of the South. Besides, introduced to partners special services focused on customers in Cambodia, create many opportunities to develop tourism in Vietnam in general and for Tây Ninh province in particular. I feel very excited about the cooperation between the travel agency in Cambodia and the travel company in Vietnam, especially the tourist area of Sun Quang. I hope that we can better coordinate in bringing tourists who are in need of foreign tourism to areas with beautiful and convenient scenery, because this place is also close to Cambodia, not too far from the border. Along with the repair for our telephone coordination, I'm confident that it will be possible to strengthen delegations for tourists better and better. In addition to the design to bring Vietnam's tourism to the world, Sun Group always set a goal and hopes to attract many international tourists to feel and love the landscape of Vietnam, especially to Tây Ninh province, where Sân Bà Đen Mountain is attracting more than 4 million visitors in just 8 months of 2024. Sân Bà Đen Mountain is a place that not only brings the value of the natural landscape, but also a place that shows the culture of Tây Ninh, of Vietnamese people. So this also has great meaning to us, in particular for Tây Ninh, for the whole Vietnamese tourism industry, in an effort to attract more international visitors to us. TayNinhTV identifies tourism as one of the breakthrough industries to develop socio-economic development, promote the development of other industry and fields. The positive signals in the pastime will be a solid foundation for the province to promote cooperation, continue to create quality products and services, promote tourism, contribute to bringing Cambodian tourists to Vietnam, and especially to TayNinhTV in the near future.
Two years ago, Mr. Sukari's families living in Cham Hamlet, Suyi Commune, had access to ready capital from the Bank for Social Policy. He boldly invested in expanding the commercial growth breeding model. So far, the goals have grown to harvest animals, thanks to rental capital along with the broad investment in animal husbandry. Mr. Ye's family has had conditions to improve income and improve life. 2 years ago, I raised a few children, thanks to the state support to provide livestock loans of 30 million. If I borrow capital, I raised it to distribute more flocks. This model is fine with livestock, an income of 70 to 80 million a year. For Mr. Jamko family, his were previously a poor household. He himself was in poor health and could not work hard work. In order to support Mr. Kor's family to develop the economy and rise out of poverty, the locality has created conditions for his family to have access to policy-related capital from the Bank for Social Policy. At that time, it was very difficult because at that time I had kidney disease. Everyone said that I couldn't live. I was very sick. Thanks to the state to lend 50 million after borrowing, I rose cows. I brought rice and went to work. Now I'm out of illness and can do business, eat better. The chairman propagates a loan to rice, gold and cows. Often the effect is very good. They take care very carefully and they listen to technical instruction. So from the bank capital, the development business, the goats and cows multiply. In general, now they are very civilized, well off, contributing very effectively in the construction of the new countryside of Suyi Commune. Currently, the source of social policy rate has reached 100% of the commune and town in the province, in which priority is given to remote and border communes. Particularly in Suyi Commune, ready capital from the Bank for Social Policy is mainly invested by people in agricultural, forestry, and animal husbandry production, contributing to improving the quality of life. The market is ablaze with many potential risks of fire explosion because a lot of flammable goods are concentrated here. However, many small traders are still subjected and do not realize the importance of fire prevention and fighting. Therefore, the work of mobilizing and raising people awareness needs to be paid more attention by the local government and the personal force to avoid lock the barn door after the horse is gone. Rust fire extinguisher expire. The leader merchant doesn't know how to use the fire extinguisher, not even equip it. This is the general situation when the functional force come to inspect the fire prevention and fighting a small trader at Bauna Market, Yumachao district. Through their chance, people were mobilized by the local government to equip fire extinguisher many years ago. Over the time, the equipped fire extinguisher fall into oblivion, losing the effect of extinguishing the fire when a fire incident occurs. When I went to the new market, I remember that the commune provided a fire extinguishers when it seemed to be a bit long ago. The locality has a guide for me like it's been a long time since I had an internship guide against. So I'm a bit forgotten. By the way, we also asked the authority, the firefighter, to train again. Because a lot of goods are concentrated here, so the risk of occurring fire is also high. Through the actual inspection, it's well ruled that the market, especially right in the market of Bauna Commune, the traffic route to enter the market, the business house use law umbrella to overcome the rule, reaching on the traffic safety corridor, the possibility that fire truck could not enter. Even cars running into this road are very difficult. The fire prevention and fighting of business households are rising in the area outside the market. Most of them are equipped with a fire extinguisher. At some market Trung Mật Commune, many small businesses are also aware of the importance of this work. Therefore, many people enthusiastically support and self-consciously register to buy and equip that our fire extinguisher. The media reported beachfront fire, therefore, thanks to propaganda implemented by local government. Now my family buy a fire extinguisher to serve the house and the whole local market, so that no unfortunate incident can be occurred. I never use fire rotation. Now police propagate about fire prevention and fighting. I think that is good, so also buy it to use for our house and also for the market. We could use when a fire occurs. Fire prevention and fighting a market is very important. When besides the part of small business, they are prone the awareness of fire safety, firefighting, and rescue safety. There are still many people who rely on the personal force, downplaying the issues of fire safety at the place of business. Therefore, the fire prevention and fighting police force need to coordinate with the locality to further tighten the inspection and review to avoid unfortunate fire explosion incidents causing serious consequences. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today TTV News. Thank you for watching and see you next time.